Okay, since I have the bandana on, I must be back at it again. So today I am taking out the existing Dometic refrigerator that was in my van, and the previous owner told me it was only two-way, that it was 12 volt and AC and DC. Upon looking at it, I see the propane line hooked into it, and that's a big thing to know. So I'll have to undo the propane and be safe with that. So I'm going to show you, I went ahead and I undid a bunch of stuff. I'm going to make you look at me unscrew a bunch of, bolts and stuff. So I'll let you take a look. One of the first things I did was take off the door. So you can see that's the door. And the reason why I took the door off first is that there's some bolts that were, along the side that I can only access with this door off. And I went ahead and I saved these pieces because I'm going to see if I can pass this on to somebody else. And again, it's going to be a mess in here because I've been working. So I'm going to show you in here. So here's the fridge with the doors off. So there was, I unscrewed this so I can access these. And then there was, you can see, there was bolts and they had little plastic caps on top of it in these places. And you can see the person before, they were not too kind to this. So I've got all that done. And then now I'm going to show you the back where you have to undo more stuff. And stepping down. Okay, here we go. And so I'm going to show you, okay, so this little door actually shows you the back of the refrigerator. And I figured out, I've looked, and this is actually plugged into a regular plug-in outlet for the electricity. And here is my propane that I'm going to have to undo and cap. And then pull this puppy out. And you can see stuff like this is the old drain tube that was just rotted and just no good, even though this is a relatively recent thing. So we're going to pull this out and I'll show you what happens next. Oh, and of course, and I'll just say this, and don't think I think you guys are dumb, but just in case. So to be safe with the propane, I need to turn off the propane at the tank first. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on my burners to burn off any residual propane that's in the lines, for safety. So I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start it up again, and then I'll show you what we do next. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here is the hole where the fridge used to be, and right there is like the vent with the access panel from the outside. I'll go around there. But you can see I'm going to probably put some insulation there because it's not insulated. And there's kind of an open window there for ventilation that I'm also going to probably deal with. So I'm going to go around the other side. Okay, so a couple things I'm going to show. Now I have a Roadtrek. And here is the driver's door. And this is the step. And then my propane is down here to fill and to turn on, turn off. That's one of my fill tanks. So, so you can see that's the step. So I turned off the propane, and then, so here's this little side door. So back here, at the back of the fridge, you could see where the plug came down. This is where the propane was, and I'm sorry I didn't show you taking this off, but this propane went into the back of the fridge. And it was easy to spot because there was a place you could see, an obvious place to do the pilot light. And then one other thing is, since this is a three-way, this is where the DC wires come in. And then you just have to unscrew it here and take those wires out. And then I'm also going to take out the fuse in there. So I'm going to show you the back of the fridge where this was and all this was, okay? At the curb, for the scrap guy. It works. I also put it on a free page. I just want to show you, see right here, this is where the propane went in, and then see what I was saying about, you can see in here, this is where I'm going to fake big finger to light the pilot light, so it gives you an idea there. Here are the wires that came out for the DC, and then here is the electric plug, it just went into a basic regular outlet. So, and that's those connections. Okay, so now you might be saying, why oh why did you take that refrigerator out? For one thing, it just seemed to be a little wonky. The other thing is that I plugged it into a battery bank that I had, and I realized it is wildly energy inefficient. It sucks energy like no tomorrow. And I'm just trying to be as energy efficient as possible. And so I had bought a new IceCo refrigerator with a compressor. So these refrigerators don't have compressors, and so they basically just kind of run all the time, and they just eat a ton of energy, which is fine if you're plugged into shore power or at a house or something like that. But if you're trying to, run off a battery or, boondock, that's just not good. So that space, and I'm going to decide tomorrow, is either going to be where I'm going to put my battery bank and then have some shelves above, or I might put my freezer. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but I'm going to show you guys in a video real soon. I have 2 IceCo units that can either be a fridge or a freezer. Actually, one can be both. But I have 2 separate units. So I have one that's a dedicated fridge and one that's a dedicated freezer. And I'll show you those to you and why I like them. And you can kind of see, about them, so you can decide if that's something you want to do. Am I going to take up more space in my van for this? Yes. But I'm going to use a lot less energy, and I'm making a lot of extra space in the van anyways. So I'm going to do that. So where I took the fridge out, I'm either going to put the smaller of the 2 units, which is the freezer, in there, and then have it like in a pull-out drawer. Or I'm going to put my new battery bank in it. And I can't wait to show you that. I was using a Gold Zero 1250 watt battery bank, which with the solar panel is technically enough, but Gold Zero was having a open box sale, and I'm no way affiliated with Gold Zero. I just love the product. And I bought 6,000 watt power bank. I mean, it was just like such a good deal, and now I just don't have to worry if it's cloudy, whatever. I'm gonna have power, and it was just such a good deal that I really couldn't. For me, I couldn't pass it up. So that's gonna go in. Either that's gonna go in there, and then some shelves above, or the freezer and with a pull-out drawer. So I'll show you what happens with that. It's gonna take me a day or so to get that built, and to measure and really decide what I want to do. And also above there was a kind of a vent window that I may end up closing. I have to decide. And then there's the vent door, which I think I'm just going to put kind of a bug screen across, and that's going to be nice ventilation for the power bank if I go the power bank route. I know a lot of decisions to be made, and this, if this, then that, but I'll keep you guys updated. I'm working on the solar panel video. I lost some of the footage. I may have to just reshoot again, or just kind of figure out a way, but I'll show you what I did with the solar panels soon. Okay, promise. So and I think now that I've talked about my power bank and my refrigerators, I might do a little video on the products that I'm using that I really like. And again, obviously my YouTube channel is so small. I'm not being sponsored by anybody, but so there's no affiliation. I'm getting no kickbacks. These aren't free products. These are things I bought with my own hard-earned money, and I'll let you know why I like them. And it may let you know information on why you might like them or why you may not like them. So we'll put that up there too, or I'll put that up there too. So I'm going to get this all put together, get it loaded up, and then we should have some more videos coming in better and quicker now. So I had to go do some income producing work, and so I could afford all these new toys and everything that I'm doing. So I'll catch you guys up. Okay, thanks. Oh, and of course, if you like it, subscribe, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. You know what? If you don't like what I'm producing, let me know. Also, if you make comments, I actually read them, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. And, you know, if it's something that is something I should respond to, I will. Okay? Thanks a lot. See you guys.